Welcome back, everyone. And our final talk for the day, we have Tomáš here. Tomáš is a product manager at Revolgy. In his talk, Tomáš will dive into pros, cons, and trade-offs of managed services and cloud-native resources. He'll also explore how AI and the shift left principle can scale and empower ops teams for the future. Please give a warm welcome for Tomáš.
Hi, everybody, and thank you for having me here. You are the last and the most standing here. I know that it's late, and maybe you are also looking for the pub quiz. So I will try to make it quick. So yeah, you heard the topic, and I would love to open the presentation with one question, and so this is: what is the most precious commodity in the world today? I don't have the exact answer. It's like a rhetorical question, but let's have a couple of seconds to think about it for yourself. What would be your answer for that? Definitely, we are living in the world that nearly everything you can done from the device that most of you have in your pocket, in your wallet, or maybe in your hands currently. You can buy stocks, you can buy food, you can buy tickets, you can work, you can send everything everywhere, and with all these possibilities, I'm thinking a lot about what is basically the blocker to do all what I want, and I'm always getting to the answer that it's time. We all, I think, don't have time, and this is what I would love to talk about today, how we can maybe free our hands a little bit and maybe give you a little bit of perception, different perception that we all have maybe here in the region of Central Eastern Europe. And I hope you probably know the concept of do it yourself. We have all many hobby markets in Czech Republic because I came from Prague, Czech Republic. And I think we all have this kind of mindset, do everything ourselves, from developing the code to operating the code, operating the infrastructure, and we are living in the world that we don't have enough time for all of it. So basically, I'm on the mission here today to try to give you another perception of how these things can be done rather than do it yourself. The first key question I would love to talk about today and present to you is what you can't do if you operate yourself. If you operate yourself, because this leads to the shift of the perception of the mindset. What are the opportunity costs that we have that we operate instead of, for example, developing the code or doing other stuff that are more important? Opportunity costs, I'm not sure if you are familiar with that term. It's a rather economic one, but it's basically a value that you don't get if you choose other option. And so you are basically making some sacrifices in a world where the main blocker to do everything you want is time. So what do you sacrifice if you operate? Maybe you can't develop that time because you need to operate the infrastructure. Sometimes I'm discussing with our customers that they are trying to dog food, run what you build. But if you basically operate it, you can't develop that time. And if you are trying to do both at once, maybe you are losing focus. And according to some studies that I actually found, it takes approximately 9.5 minutes to actually regain productive focus and flow, even only if you switch from one digital application to another. So basically switching from, Terminal to GitLab to Jira to check your tasks is on average person loses 9 to 10 minutes of focus. And these are basically a really big waste that customers or developers can create. Maybe you are living in a company or working for a company that force developers to actually operate what they build, and if they don't like it, and I know such people, they might lose motivation, and this is another big, I would say, waste that is not necessary if you will have a different perception of how you can operate things. And for example, like motivation is crucial. Like because of motivation, you go to work. Because of motivation, you are here today. Because of motivation, you want to build something tomorrow. And if you lose the motivation, most probably you will maybe think about another company. And this is exactly the point where companies are trying to keep you engaged and motivated in order to have happy customers, happy employees, and be still productive. Because if you lose motivation, your productivity goes down as well. And one big thing, operation is not your core business. Most of the time, you are not. Maybe there are people that are working for a company that actually makes from operation business. This is the company where I work. But most of you guys maybe work in a company that the operations is not their core business. What does it mean? You can't produce more value by operating it. You don't bring value to customer. You don't bring another value to your product, and you don't actually evaluate your company more. So those are reasons why I think it makes sense to think about operating from another perspective, and if it's actually a thing that you want to do, or think about how you can actually help yourself. Another key question that I brought here today is what benefits do managed services bring? Because managed services, I hope this is a term that you are all familiar with. It's basically something that I can define in my world. Most of the time, it's connected with those two terms. We can think about it as a managed services in a cloud, or, for example, in public cloud. And you can think about managed services providers, because those are the companies. I will define shortly both of the terms. So basically, we start with managed services in public cloud. This is one of the few slides that is not actually AI generated for my presentation today. I brought it from a Paul Carrington page, so thanks Paul for this one. I hope you are familiar with this pizza as a service graph or picture. This is how I am trying to explain all the time like managed services in public cloud. On the far left, basically, it's traditional on-premise solution. It's legacy there already. Like still I would say heavily used, but it's homemade basically. You need to run everything. You need to take care of everything. You operate everything what is there. On this side, you see how it translates to some technical terms, but it's explained easily on making a pizza. And what all you need in order to actually build a pizza. So in far left, you need also to bring your own electric or gas. You need to have your own oven. You need to have your own fire, and everything you do yourself. On the other side, here on the right side, basically it's a software as a service. Solutions that we all use today. I bet you have like more than 10 tools in your company for sure that are software as a service. And basically what you get with that, somebody else is operating it for you. You basically need to put in only the configuration, for example. Everything else, somebody else is doing for you. So what it describes also some kind of shared responsibility model that customers have with public cloud providers, for example, Google or AWS or Azure. Those I would say 3 big players on today's market. They offer various level of services in each of the category, not the far left, basically. Function as a service. You just drop the code there, and it's running for you. Cloud function, maybe you know from Google. Container as a service, some Google Kubernetes or Google Container Services. There you actually have the you just put their container and it's running, and you have some benefits, also some trade-offs. Talking about the benefits of such services, managed services, and how you can help yourself not to operate everything and gain back some time for yourself and your own needs. Basically, you have lower operational costs. You are also covered by SLAs. That means that if it's not working, somebody can pay you back some money that you put in, because they promised you that it's going to run with some nines of availability. Those solutions are basically are coming with built-in scalability. Basically, you can scale, and sometimes it's even impossible to take it down. But on the other hand, the bill will be really expensive. So you need to make sure that everything is configured well. It has resiliency features. You have backups, you have failovers, you have many things that you don't need to set up manually. You don't need to have any third-party tool or open source thing that is like hooked everywhere. And if you will lose the key player in your team, nobody will know how it's actually hooked together. And it's pay-as-you-go model. It is the abbreviation that I used, and it's heavily used in cloud market. This is one of the benefits. You only pay for what you use. You can also have some discounts if you will commit to some usage, but this is something that you can definitely optimize. If you are running it in your own data center, most probably you already had a big investment in actually building the data center, and then you need to utilize it. Here, if you don't need it, the project is not going as expected, you just turn it off and you go. On the other hand, managed service providers. Those are companies, those are partners that provide managed service to you. How we find out who is actually a good managed service provider? What are the principles of good managed service provider? He stays flexible. He is still able to talk to you, to customize his solution, to show that you are the unique thing, unique partner for them, and they would love to change in order to win you for their portfolio. They excel in communication. Somebody that you can speak to, somebody that can understand your needs and pains, and can listen. Like active listening is really important there. So he translates what you speak about and gives you suggestions how you can actually or how you can be beneficial together. He can maintain the high level of trust. Like trust is built for years and it can be destroyed in a couple of minutes. But good managed service provider will maintain the trust for years for you. And it's transparent. What does it mean? I encountered some partners that are actually cutting their customers from their own environment in cloud. This is not transparency. This is something that you can hide. I know that there will be some security reason for it, but I think good partnership means that you are transparent and definitely you can make some changes on the cloud in order to give the level of permissions that will enable customer to see their own resources. So what are the benefits of such managed service providers? They bring to the table experience or expertise. Experience is something that you do on a regular basis. You saw it a couple of times, and you can do it maybe quicker than others. Expertise is a deep knowledge that somebody needs from you, and they are actually able to pay extra for it. With managed service providers, you gain economy of scale. What it means, if you will build your own operating team, if you want to do it properly and maybe globally, you will need at least 4 people. This is it goes together with some costs. If you have managed service provider, they are actually doing most probably 24/7 for other companies as well. So it can be infinitely cheaper than building it yourself. So you are actually gaining time. You are also saving some costs. You have it contractual. You have SLAs as well. So there is our response times that you can then insist on. There are also some compensations if you will feel that the managed service provider is not actually fulfilling them. So this is contractual relationship. Of course, it's about trust, but you are covered by the contract itself. And you are consuming something that is periodically bring to you. Like you can have in the contract that the managed service provider provides you with business reviews each quarter. Will give you information about your status of your infrastructure. Will bring you the amount of alerts that they solved. They will do some metrics for you. Something that you don't need to do yourself. Something that is for your own decision and for actually managing the infrastructure from your side. And the last key question that I brought today is about AI and how AI nowadays can empower operations. And I would love to start that with something that maybe you know. It's shift left principle. What does it mean? It means that you are trying to push the information or decision activity further to the left of the chain of the activities. So, for example, take incident response as a part of the incident management. Imagine shift left principle. Now there are some tasks or activities or incidents that needs to be solved by like some senior engineers. And with the shift left principle and usage of AI, you are trying to actually move it to another maybe more junior person or to the furthest left, for example, to the users themselves. So they don't need to call your subject matter expert, your engineers. They can do it themselves. AI can greatly help with that, and I will show you some examples how it can be achieved. For example, incident enrichment. This is a screenshot from PagerDuty incoming alert, and this is the first one. This is what we get now. Imagine that you get because you will call an API that is connected to your alert manager or logging solution, and the AI will be set up the way that it's gonna bring you up some relevant logs that will help you to actually troubleshoot faster. You can go another step further, and you can also get there information about what AI thinks that can be the remediation steps for that particular problem. You can go further left, and you can have a merge request prepared out of the AI that will also command it in your Git and open a merge request for you. That's amazing power that AI can bring to operations and the shift left principle. And I'm looking forward to see all these things in the reality. Imagine that you use communication or AI for communicating to stakeholders. It can be the customer, it can be your internal team, it can be the developers that you are operating it for. It can draft a message for you. It can feed it with many other important information. If you will ground the models to your data, to your repository, documentation, to your conversation on Slack, to your meeting minutes, to your notes from calls with customer recordings, whatever. it can digest the data that you need, and it's gonna create a draft. So far, I think we shouldn't omit the human in the loop. So still, I'm talking about like drafts that somebody is actually reviewing, but definitely it's providing you or giving you back time, the most precious commodity that I think it's currently on the market. It can also prepare post-mortem reports. This is something that we call for a root cause analysis. If there is a major incident, we prepare for our customers post-mortem report that contains a timeline, contains a root cause, contains the remediation steps and next steps actions that we discuss with customer and try to resolve. AI can automatically provide you with 90% of the document ready for a review and shared with the customer. Like providing timeline, I'm not sure like who is here from operations. If you ever provided timeline to some like major incident, this is nothing that you want to do on your productive time. Code fix suggestion directly into merge requests. I talked about it a little bit, but imagine that you just send some API call to AI. It's grounded to your repository. It knows your coding style. This is important. It's not going to work with ChatGPT without any grounding. And it's going to open the merge request with suggestion what do you need to do. Building documentation, something that nobody wants to do. This is like amazing use case for AI. Imagine that, for example, we have some kind of process that each merge request should be commented. Like the reality is a little bit different. The comments are not there or not, all the time. Maybe for some like heavy code, but not for everything. And sometimes the reviewer needs to get the context. Again, he's like wasting a little bit of time. And if somebody will prepare the comment that is like easy to digest, and he can get familiar much faster with the code and can speed up the code review. It can also automatically generate README files. Like I don't know your use cases, but our README files are always out of date. Like every time we need to look at it, we are also updating it with new information. Automatic generation of a README file. This is like amazing use case for AI. It can be after each change, you can have a call to AI, and it can offer the changes to README, or it can create the draft for you. One thing that I think each operations is struggling with is automatic diagramming generation out of code ideally or some other information. Imagine the future that the AI is as good as it can automatically create a diagram for you when you need it, and when you need it, and where you need it. So basically, you will just ask for it, and it's gonna return the most actual diagram of your infrastructure with the information that you need. Another typical use case for operations are like updates and upgrades. We call it upgrades campaign. It's taking us a lot of time. We need to review the breaking changes. We need to prepare the code, and like we would love to have a tool that is like reviewing the changes for us and providing you maybe with a to-do list that we can put ideally into Jira right now with human in the loop, and maybe in the future completely opening new merge requests that are actually resolving those breaking changes. So this is something that I played with quickly with ChatGPT, but like it's for illustration. Now I would say it's not fully usable, but those are use cases that are like bringing us to the future of operations in the era of AI. Some takeaways that I would love to maybe repeat for you today. What I would love you to take away from my presentation. look at the opportunity cost of your choices rather than what you can do with the time. Look what you can't do without the time that you took by the activity. Leverage managed services to stay focused on the core business. Operation is not your core business. Most probably it lies elsewhere. So do the job that will add value to your customers, to your tool, or to evaluation of your company. And the last point, use AI to scale operations with shift left principle. Try to shift it as left as possible. Think about how AI can do the job for you, and for sure don't forget to ground your models, because otherwise it's not going to work for sure. With that, me and my AI agent would love to thank you for your attention today, and have a nice rest of the evening and also tomorrow conference.
Thank you, Tomáš. Are there any questions for Tomáš? There's actually one in the Huva app. So, it says, does the quality of AI operations solutions depend on the tech stack used in the project?
Tech stack. Your tech stack. Okay. I would say no. Like if you can feed the information out of the stack, and like the results of AI will be as good as the data you feed in. Many companies failed to adopt AI because they provided, like, irrelevant data or data with errors. And I don't want to use the thing that you all know, like something in, something out. And this also applies to AI. So if your tech stack is actually able to feed AI with the good data, and you will play with the prompting, definitely I think you can still get very valuable outcome of it.
Great. Are there any more questions?
Sure.
Yeah. Yes, sorry, just we need a microphone because of the online streaming.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Yeah. More for a rhetoric and funny question for the end. As you mentioned, the time thing at the beginning. So imagine like we implement all this, get half the day work time back. You're not gonna get let out, go fishing, and how do you think we will get some personal time really back, or we will get crushed with additional work? Okay, now you don't have to think about this. Okay, we can do more features.
Yes, like not fishing. Maybe if it's already, if you've hit your goals of your company, maybe you can go fishing. If the goals are not met, I think you will need to maybe do more features.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks. Any more questions? If not, thank you, Tomáš.
Thank you very much, guys.